Hello all, welcome back. So in our series of Cloud SQL, in previous video we created our first MySQL Cloud SQL instance, and we also connected to the Cloud SQL instance using the Microsoft uh, MySQL Workbench. We also connected using the Cloud Shell, and also we used Cloud SQL Studio to connect to the our database. So we just created some sample database, sample table. So we created one users tables in our last video, and we just inserted 10 dummy records just to see if we can perform all these operations using Workbench and also read the data from the Cloud Shell. So that's what we did in the last video. So in this video we are just jumping more into the Cloud SQL, and we'll see the couple of features from the Cloud SQL. So first we'll check the backup features, how the backup works in a Cloud SQL. So whenever we create a Cloud SQL instance, so it creates one automated backup while created using the instance. So you can see here backup automatically created after creating an instance. Okay, so this instance backup is created as soon as we create the instance. Okay, so we also create the backups manually. Let's say suppose we have any weekend release, if we are having quarterly release and we are performing some critical task on the database, but before doing that we want to take as a backup for the just to be on a safer side. If something goes wrong, we can restore that backup. Okay, so what we'll do now, we'll just create one backup. So what currently we are having in our database, so we are having this appdb database. Okay, and in appdb database we are having a users tables, and in users tables we are having 10 records. Okay, so this is our data currently we are having. So what I will do now, we'll first create a backup. Okay, I'll just give the name as a manual backup. Okay, manual backup for testing. Okay, and I will just location option you can give multi-region region. I will keep default a multi-region, and I'll just create it. Okay, so once your backup is here, it will take a few minutes to create your backup based on your data. So now you can see it started at 13:37. So let's see how much time it will take. So I'll just pause the video till the time a backup is completed, and then I will resume this video. So now backup is completed. So it took hardly 2 minutes based on the data, because we are having only single table and 10 records into it. Okay, now let's do one thing. So what I will do, I'll just go to the databases and I will delete the database. Okay, so we'll just try to replicate some disaster recovery case here. Let's say while doing our release, this database is corrupted or something went wrong, and now I am deleting this database. Now, how we can restore our data? So we can check the latest backup. So now if I go to execute this query, this will throw an error. Okay, you can see here unknown database appdb. If I refresh here also you will see the database is gone now. If I try to execute here, here also it will throw an error because now database is not available. You can see unknown database appdb because this database is deleted and now our application is having some issues. So how we can restore that? Because we'll check for the latest backup. We have one backup which we took manually, or we can check if there is any latest automated backups as well. So this is our latest backup. Okay, so we can use this, and there is option to restore or delete. So we'll restore this backup. Okay, now it will give a few options here while restoring. So you want to restore into another instance, or you want to restore in existing instance. So destination instance id, so we have to give the same because we are restoring in the same instance, not in another instance. So I'll just use the same instance. Okay, and I will just restore. Now after restoration we should see our data back, and we should see our database is also there along with the all the data. So using this backup option we can restore our database. So let's wait for some more time, and within few seconds it should restore our backup. As we can see, restore is taking more time than the backup. So currently it's more than 3 minutes. All the operation you can see here in operation tab. So all the operations you can see here, start time and the completion time. So backup it took like around 2 minutes, 13:37 to 13:38:53. Now the restore started 1340, it's now 1344, still it is in progress. So you can see all the operations here it took to create the database, create the users, how much time it took. You can see all these things in operations. Now the restoring from backup, this operation is in progress. You may continue to view information about the instance. So we can see the information about the instance here, but let's wait for this restoration to be complete, and after that we can see if we got our all data restored into the database. Now we can see restoration is completed. It took hardly 7 minutes, okay, and once we restored it, automatically it take one more backup. Why it took, we can check in the description that one automatic backup. So you can see here backup created automatically as a part of the restore operation of an instance. So whenever we restore the backup, again it will create one more automated backup that we can use later. Okay, so now we can see if we got our data back. So we deleted our appdb database. So first check if we have a database. Yeah, our database is back. Let's see the data as well, if we have tables, and then if we have the data within our table. So we'll go again to the Cloud SQL. This is disconnected. We'll connect back using a password. So we have this root password. Okay, and let's try to execute. Let's refresh here first. Yeah, we have FDB now, and let's see if we have a data. Yeah, we have data. So we got all our data back, all the 10 rows. And let's also verify here. Earlier it was giving error that unknown database. You can see the error, it was giving unknown database. Now let's execute the same query again. It should return the data now. Yeah, so error is gone. It means even though our data is accidentally deleted, we can restore it using the backup and restore feature. So few more important things about backup and restore. So if you go to the SQL instance, even though if you delete your Cloud SQL instance, your backups will be there, and you have to manually delete the backups. You can see the backup for this one. If you click on this, you will see all the backups available to this instance. If there are multiple instances, it will just show the backup. So either you set the retention, like automatic backup is there, where you set the, you will keep the last 7 backups only, backups retain. You can see last 7 days backup. If you have a very huge database and you have to save the cost, then you can keep only last 3 days of backup. So there is also a pricing for a backup based on the storage pricing. So let's say suppose if you are storing 10 GB of backup, then what would be the pricing? So you can check the pricing, that is a bit different pricing. Cloud SQL backup pricing, so it is I think 0.15. Yeah, so where is the backup pricing? Let me just search here. Yeah, so storage pricing you can see 0.105 per GB per month. So if you are storing 1 GB of data, it's like 0.0105 dollar for per month. So based on this, your pricing will be available, pricing will be paid for your storage. So make sure you are not keeping unnecessarily backup, and you are having only the required number of retention for your storage, and rest of the backups you will remove. One more thing, so whenever you are trying to delete the instance, so I'll just show you. It will not allow me to delete because it is having the deletion protection. But let's say suppose I am deleting the instance, it will again ask you to take a backup for the safety purpose in case you want data back, so you will have that backup. Okay, so all the features are available here. It's just up to you how you are utilizing this feature. So hope you understood the backup and restore feature in the Cloud SQL. In a next video, we'll see the import and export feature. So let's say suppose I had 10 databases in my instance. So I backed up and restored. So it will restore all the 10 databases. But I just want only my one database to be have backed up and not other. So what I can do for that? So that also we can do using the import and export, and it also help to import the databases from the on premises and export here or exporting from the on-premises and import in our Cloud SQL instance. So that feature is also available here. So in next video we'll see the import and export feature.